I'm a guidance counselor. I have been an educator for, this is actually my 29th year. I started in New York before I came here. I really feel that we're dropping the ball in terms of the student-counselor ratio. I'm a very dedicated counselor, if I say so myself, and unfortunately, I cannot service the kids. I find that young people respond so much better to following direction and being available and open to learning when they feel stable emotionally. I can't offer that to my 600 students. Yes, kids fall through the cracks all the time. I'd like to give you one example, something that just happened to me. And I really feel, too, a student that's the positive response to when someone is there. I have a young man that's in difficulty. His family situation is difficult. He has a history of having to struggle in school for various reasons. And he was absent, and we weren't sure why. And in speaking with an extended family member, I thought, you know what, I'd just like to touch base with him. So on the day he was absent, I managed to get a cell phone from this family member. And I called his cell phone number, and I called him. And he never once said, Miss LaMonica, where did you get my phone number? How come you're calling me? He responded to it so eagerly that I really had felt that a little piece of magic had happened there just by me making a phone call. And then I asked him if he was going to come to school the next day, and he said, well, if I'm up to it, if I'm feeling well enough, I'll be there. And I said, okay. And the next day came, and towards the end of the day, I listened to a message I had gotten during the day. And it's the same kid calling me, Miss LaMonica, I didn't come to school today because I wasn't up to it, but I just thought I'd let you know. And you can call me back if you want. And I was just flabbergasted. I said, for every kid who doesn't come to school for whatever reason, look what one phone call did. It made him accountable. It made him connected to school. And it obviously let him know that somebody here was interested in him. Now, would I do that every day if I thought it would make such a difference? Absolutely. Could I? Absolutely not. The recommended student counselor ratio is, by my profession, is 250 to 350 per counselor. What I could do for 350 kids, if I think about it, it makes me not want to ever come to work again, because I will never have that opportunity. This is not about crying the blues like I can't keep up. This is about having every intention of servicing my students, and simply knowing, having to accept that that is an impossibility. Yes, if they come to my door and ask me for my help, I'm there. But what I could do by reaching out to those who will never come and ask for help, who will just sit there quietly failing their courses, who will sit there struggling with their issues, and really personally lose pieces of, I believe they lose pieces of themselves that we all need, especially in today's world, to survive.
What is your counseling philosophy when it comes to students?
Well, I think one of the biggest mistakes education makes is that it has its standards and it has its goals, and it holds to them regardless of the reality in front of them. I believe that the way anybody who considers themselves an educator, whether it's a counselor or a classroom teacher, has to be able to meet the students where they are and move them forward. You know, again, the analogy, the missing rung of that stepladder, you can't ignore that. You know, you can't just put a rope around their necks and drag them up the ladder, because you'll bruise them every step of the way. I would like to see us be more tuned into the individual needs and the individuality of every human being, because in this complex world, we all have our very own special orientation to the world. We cannot group people into categories, and, you know, a one-size-fits-all thing no longer works.
Thank you, Ms. LaMonica.
Thank you.